All right. So yeah, I just wanted to share. I mean, okay, this is probably going to be part of a longer video where I want to share like how I've been using Codex and a Claude Code for writing or doing analysis and writing papers. I mean, I will include what I mean by papers as part of a larger video. But the idea is like, let's say we have a data set and we want to do some initial analysis and get some insights. And there might be multiple of these types of analysis that we want to do. So, I have a way of doing it right now, which I think is really cool. So I'll just show you that. So, okay, basically what I did is I found this data set, this paper today, which is around psychophancy. And so we have this ChatGPT data set from around 1,000 users. And I want to replicate that paper. So I just recorded like some voice. So it's not very grammatically correct, but the idea is I just said, okay, I want to do something like this, but on our data set, and ChatGPT is in that folder. So it's it has that context and it knows what the data that I'm talking about, what it is, and all of that stuff. So yeah, basically, okay. So the main thing here is that these these models, the tools like Claude Code or Codex are really good at doing basic analysis. They can write simple Python code, run a bunch of plots, generate a bunch of plots, do some analysis, regressions, things like that. But they're not really helpful for doing anything beyond that, right? Like things like, okay, I have this data set, and now I want to intelligently, it's a large data set, it's not like a small data set, it's around a million messages or so. So I want to know like how prevalent is psychophancy. Or I have another project where I'm trying to look at gig work, like this is the blog post I wrote with that. But anyway, so this is a huge thread that I've been trying to do. And yeah, so here, anyway, so this is part of the thing, but it's similar, is where I'm saying, yeah, I use Codex and I got this with to do this study on gig work. But anyway, so there's a bunch of these sorts of ideas. So I have around 3 projects running in parallel right now. So one is the gig work, the other is this, and there's one more which I'm doing as with Codex. I'll show you that as well. So these are all 3 projects that I'm doing on a single day, right? Like where I was just reading through archive and I came across these ideas, and like I want to quickly implement them. Again, like the idea is not that this will provide or produce 3 papers for me, but the idea is that these will be like very quick analysis, very complex analysis that I would not or could not have done previously without having a student and like months of back and forth and thousands of dollars, all of that stuff, right? Like so now I think that's the thing that is unlocked here. So basically, okay, I said do this, and I haven't seen any papers on this. So basically, the idea is that I have now also the ability, because of computer use with Codex, to run and things on my terminal and things like that. So this is a very powerful thing. So here it should say Gemma. So basically, I'm saying, okay, I also have access to Gemma models locally to annotate content made from this very detailed type of data. And then I also said in the, while I was giving responses to it, I also found this other paper based on its suggestions. I said, okay, now that I think about it, I want, not just the landscape and prevalence descriptives, but I also want more, like things like the dynamics. So, if it's being psychophantic, like how does it change behavior? This is another paper which looks at like sycophantic behavior based on interactions. It's based on just one-off interactions that they simulated in the lab, but we have real-world data. So I said, okay, and then it built on top of that. And so then it asked me a bunch of questions. And so basically, my workflow here is I have Claude Code take these papers, generate a very, very detailed README file that is like a markdown file that then takes that, and I give it to Codex, which will run on my desktop computer, which has access to my SSH, access to my university cluster, and all of that stuff. So okay, it said this, but yeah, I just said, yeah, okay, do this other thing, and it went a bit of back and forth. Uh, but it took like it took a bunch of time. Like I don't know. I mean, if the time it took is here, but all of this back and forth took like a few hours. Obviously, I was not waiting for those few hours; it was running in the background, and then it gave me this very detailed thing, which is this sycophancy pipeline, which takes, okay, this is where the data is, this is where the code is, this is where the prompts are, and this is the entire pipeline. And it tells like codex, okay, for the agent, use this, use git bash, and do this, because for Git Bash, I have SSH access to that machine, to that cluster, and so on. So it says, okay, run these tasks on GPU, run these tasks on CPU, and so on, copy the data. So everything is done by itself. So the data is synced between this machine and that desktop machine using Box. It's like Dropbox. So I do that, and then all of this is SCP, like R-synced automatically. Then checks the GPU access, then provides some phases of data, scripts running. And it also already wrote all the scripts and wrote all these Slurm jobs, which are like used to be my biggest nightmare while I was a grad student, to write these one script. The README was horrible. It's really, really bad. But anyway, it wrote all of this stuff. So it's very, very detailed, has a lot of phases. Okay, so now what I do is I go to my desktop, which is, I'm connected to it through AnyDesk. This is a desktop which is running Windows, but it has access to my cluster, my university cluster, which has a lot of GPUs. So basically, I tell it, okay, take this README file. Right, like I'm also in that same folder, which is synced through Box. So that Claude Code on my computer wrote that markdown file, and now I take that file here and I say, take a look at this plan and start working on it. And then it takes a look at it, like, and says, okay, I can run with it. Okay, let's go ahead. And then it went through each phase. And the good thing is, like, because it has access to my terminal, like it's running all the commands by itself. So all these commands on checking GPU access, checking what GPUs are free, running that bash script on that server, transferring all the data there, transferring all the data back, all of this is done automatically. So it said, okay, I started these jobs, and then, okay, it monitored those jobs. So it was like checking regularly. Uh, and so I don't think I have that polling thing here, but anyway, it was monitoring those and got this done. Now, finished phase 3, it's now running phase 4. So it says, okay, I submitted this Slurm job with this ID, right? Like if you see here, yeah, there's a bunch of jobs running. Like some of these are the recent ones. These are the ones which are still pending. They're not running. But for the other studies, I'm already running like some of these other stuff, which is also being run through Codex. I'll show that also in a while. And then it constantly keeps checking, like every half an hour or so, it says, okay, it's pending. Since this is a 3 GPU pilot, like waiting for availability, we need 3 GPUs because it's a very big task, and we have like each GPU has 40 GB memory, so we need like a larger memory, something like that. Okay, it says it's still waiting. Yeah, it's automatically doing this thing where it keeps checking and like waits for it, keeps checking. And so once that task completes, then it goes on to the next thing. Okay. Uh, Let me see the other stuff. Like, so I was also running some other paper, which is based on this offloading, task offloading to GPT. And here again, it's the same. So I wrote this markdown file with Codex on my computer, and I copy pasted it. And then it basically took that and it knows what model to run, what data to use. Uh, and yeah, I just said, okay, it should work, like use this. And yeah, it's automatically started that. It has this monitor which runs every 1 hour. Like, so this automation checks every hour, like use git bash SSH to work on Amaral. Check this offloading pipeline. On this folder, check, wake up once and check this, run these commands and check all of that stuff, right? Like, so, and it checks, okay, there are no rows here. So then it ran out of usage limit because the computer use is like is a lot of tokens. But anyway, I've hit this limit twice today because I'm running like 3 projects today. Yeah, so it says pilot is now running. Current pilot progress is this, and then there are, yeah, these array jobs here, the ones with offloading. These are running for like a few hours now. So yeah, so this is going to automatically, it's an automated script, like so it'll automatically wake up every half an hour, I think, and check like if that thing is done. So here it's 101 out of 1,000 are done, so it needs to check like a few more times. And once that is done, again, it gets that data back from that server onto that box folder, which is then synced to my local thing. Final thing I want to show you is an output that comes out of this. So what I'm asking for is like a research paper that is like a really good, high quality research paper, which I can then read and like where there's all the results and everything. Again, I'm not going to submit this as is, or like this is not a shortcut for me to get one more publication. I don't care at this moment. Like, but a research paper is one where like it'll put everything in context or do all the analysis, frame the findings and all of that stuff that I can read, and then I can give comments like I would do for a student. So and yeah, the output is really good. Like so, this is an output from one of the uh, one of these jobs. So there are 3 jobs running. One of them is this sort of gig work, like how crowd workers use ChatGPT to do gig work. So end to end, all of this, like this is like a 10-page paper. All of this, all the writing, all the figures, everything was done with Claude Code. So again, I mean, it says what it says about like what our job is. Like you might say, oh yeah, you're an idiot for doing this and using to write this paper. Obviously, I'm not submitting this paper anymore anywhere. But this way, like I mean, I can clearly see, okay, what was done, right? Like what is the data, and I can already imagine myself like that. Okay, these are the methods it used. This is the taxonomy that it came up with itself. Then did the annotation for the data with this taxonomy, and then yeah, the findings are mainly that it also did some validation because it has some. I mean, again, I gave it that task, but it did that, using the OpenAI API to get some sort of baseline numbers. Okay, so basically these are the results. The results are that, a lot of people are using it for gig work, like things like data annotation, writing, marketing, design. This is the fraction. People are mentioning the platform where this task comes from. So it's Mter, Clickworker, Appen, so on. And all these regressions, the different models, is it augmenting or automating? Like some of these are like really good quality results. Things like, yeah, this is something I asked for specifically. People are copy pasting. So overall, like 28% of the gig work is just copy pasted, and so on, right? Like, but pretty sure, like, some of these references are hallucinated, all of that stuff. Like, but just this as a, I don't know, I'm doing something else and like it is doing this in the background, and in whatever 6 hours, like I get this as an outcome, like a blog post with some images as outcome. And then I can start working on it, right? Like then I can say, okay, gig work seems interesting. I mean, I already see like 3 or 4 results here that are really interesting that I can, okay, this is a blog post material. Or if I have a student, I can take this and work on this to get a better paper out of this, do better analysis that builds on top of this, right? Like, so this sort of like very simple, and I mean, this encapsulates my idea, right? Like, and to give this to a student would be a really good starting point because they are starting on a very solid foundation that builds on top of what I've already been able to do, things like that. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to show today, and yeah, I'll stop here.